Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the video today. We're going to be doing a preparation video for a week of March 6th, 2023. Just a basic video of technical analysis for a few takers that we are going to be watching for this week. So basically a watch list that I'm going to be going over to prepare you guys for levels, updates, patterns, and what to watch for this week. So I already posted some setups earlier this week or over the weekend actually. Not too much right now, but we do have some very decent setups in a few takers. So we're gonna jump straight into them. First off is we're going to go over SPY and QQQ first, and then we will be jumping into individual names. So SPY right here, the S&P 500. We did have a nice breakout off the 200 SMA and this short-term trend line right here. We are currently on the daily chart as well. So let's go ahead and zoom in a little more so we can see what's going on exactly right here. So last Thursday we bounced. Nice candle, bullish engulfing, but the problem was the volume wasn't there and it wasn't too convincing. So I wasn't going to flip bullish yet. Even though I did have Facebook calls, it paid nicely, but Meta has or Facebook does have a different setup than SPY. But right now we're just going to be focusing on SPY and this one right here real quick. So SPY bounced, broke back over 400, and we did have a target of 404, which is currently going to be resistance right now. So tomorrow, 404 is going to be a important level, and if we can clear that supply zone or resistance right here, which shouldn't be too hard, we should be able to push up and push towards this area of 408 right here, 408, 409, and then we can start pushing towards the upper supply zone, which is going to be this area right here, the yellow zone, which is where we have been pretty much struggling for the past few weeks right here in this area, 412, 415. We're not going to focus on this level yet. We're just going to be focusing on breaking 404 first, and then try for 408, 409, and then we will start pushing up higher. Keep in mind, we do have a couple of economic reports and events for this week. Tomorrow we don't have much, but on Tuesday, Powell will be testifying. And then we do have Powell again testifying to the House. So we do have Powell on Tuesday, and we also have him on Wednesday. And then we do have Fed Waller on Thursday, and then a regular day on Friday. So it looks like mostly Feds for this week. So I'd be careful with volatility moves. But right now, focus on levels, play with levels, and don't let the noise distract you from levels, especially. Very important to focus on levels. That will be pretty much your price action right there. If SPY does not end up breaking 404, it will end up coming back down to 400 again, and then we will probably end up back in this area again. We do have a small upper trend line and a small bottom trend line right here, which is turning into a triangle. So in the next few, or I would say next couple of weeks, we will be seeing a bigger breakout. Just like what I said in last week's videos, we are seeing a big movement inside the 100 SMA, the 200, and the 50 currently. So these three together are pretty much correlating, and for the market to have a healthy movement, a trend move, we need to get away from these SMAs in order to see a trend move. So right now, we're just pretty much consolidating, bouncing up and down between these SMAs and trying to figure out which direction we will be going. But so far, it looks like we're going up, but that's not confirmed yet. I would give it a couple of weeks and just have this 100 SMA break the 200 first, or either the 50 crosses down. We don't know yet. The thing we need is the candles to be far away and get away from the SMAs. Yeah, so focus on this. Make sure you have your chart exactly like this, so you are ready for this week. We'll go over QQQ now, and I did post this on my Discord or Facebook or Twitter. Very simple right now. We are breaking out right here. SMAs are still the same. We do have a possible golden crossing, which is very bullish long term. Move right there on the SMAs, 50 crossing the 200 possible right here. You can see as we get closer, that may be the move, but we're not going to confirm that until we actually cross it. Also the SMA 100 does need to be above it as well. Right now we do have QQQ looking good. We have a nice uptrend and then a long extended flag or a wedge right here. And we did have a bullish engulfing, and yesterday we did confirm that with the breakout higher. It looks like we can hit 302.30 next. And then once we start breaking that area, we can start pushing towards 310, 311 area, which is going to be the upper supply zone, and also the long-term trend line, which starts all the way from over here back in April of 2022. So as we zoom out more, we do have a bigger picture right here. We have a trend line, and then we also have a bigger trend line. But on the daily chart, we do have a smaller little wedge inside this trend line. So this is something to keep an eye on for QQQ. Right now, we're looking good so far. Golden crossing is possible, but not confirmed yet. Right now, I don't see us pulling back unless we have some low volume pullback or some news from Powell on Tuesday. Right now, all I can see is QQQ wants to break 302 or push towards 302.30 and then start pushing towards 310 area. Right now I don't have much on this, but we will be watching once again levels on this one, focus on price action for QQQ. Next up is Facebook. This one has a very nice setup so far. Volume is starting to pick up right here on the daily chart. You can see we do have a nice volume breakout on Facebook. Following wedge breakout, a breakout, pullback, back test to the 171 and the wedge as support. And now we are breaking out higher right here, back over 183, 185. Now it looks like we're going to be pushing towards 190 to 195 supply zone, which is going to be around right here in this area. We will be doing price levels right here real quick so that we can get the exact levels. We will just do this right here. 190 to 197 will be your profit targets, right? Or your profit areas. These areas, once we hit this area, anywhere in this area, this is where you should be taking your profits on Facebook. If we do end up breaking this 196.77 resistance, we can start pushing towards 2.2, which is going to be the next resistance right here, where we have the next bigger supply zone on the daily chart. And then after that, we'll push towards 220, which will be even a bigger breakout. But I don't see that happening anytime soon. I believe that we will be pretty much stuck under 202 for a while, have a big pullback, big base build, and then start pushing towards 220 in the future if QQQ does end up confirming that golden crossing. But right now, we're not going to focus on 220 at all yet. We're just going to be focusing on 190, 197, and 202. Is it possible that we have a pullback? I'm sure there is, because the market has been very volatile. We do have Powell on Tuesday and Wednesday that could bring a pullback to the market. But right now, I'm just seeing, right now so far, I'm only seeing a break above 183 or 184 resistance. And it looks like we can push higher towards 191 area, which is going to be the first resistance coming up right here. And then after that will be 197 next. Make sure your chart is exactly like this, ready to go. You got the same levels as I do, and you will know where what to play for Facebook with these levels right here. Next up will be let's go on Tesla. I'm not really liking Apple, Amazon, Google, Microsoft right now currently, just because of how ugly they looked recently, and I would need more confirmation from them. Tesla up right here. I just made a post on this. I've been killing it on this one for the past couple of weeks. Right now we're still choppy. We pretty much bounced off this 182, 183 demand zone right here last week, and we did have a nice bounce. And although we're still choppy, up and down action. I really don't know where this can go from here, but I would say one thing. This didn't have any reaction at all to the March 1st event, the Investor Day. So um that's not a bad thing also. We had a pullback, a gap down on Thursday, and we pretty much are back to where we are before that event. So looks like we recovered all the losses and we are still in the same range as where we are. Right now, we do have a daily squeeze setting up, so something is happening soon. We have been stuck in this range for the past few weeks now, so I would say either this week, I think this week we will see a big move happen on Tesla. But right now, I really don't know where we can go from here, but we will be focusing on levels. I would not make any swing plays on this one until we either break 210, and then we can start pushing towards 220, the SMA 200 right here, and then possibly even 230s, 220, 230s. That's a possibility. I'm not going to say that's going to happen, but we will just be focusing on levels once again. If we do end up breaking 182 right here, we will be seeing the SMA 100 at 178 and possibly even 164, 165. The reason why my levels are way out of the way is because we do have a daily squeeze setting up. So this means a large move is incoming right here. So it'll be the next few days. It could be next week. But right now, it's due for a move pretty much. And we've been chopping for the past few weeks. And it's time to move right here for Tesla. So keep an eye on this. Above 210, we can start pushing towards 210. We can start pushing towards 220 and possibly even 224 and 235. And this applies zone right here. If not, we pull back lower under 180. We will start pushing lower towards 178, maybe even 176 if the SMA 100 does push down lower, and then possibly 165, 164. Next up is AMD. Pretty choppy right now, but we do have a nice falling wedge or broadening wedge setup right now on AMD. Pretty choppy, but this is looking good for a push higher above this 81.80 resistance, and then we can start pushing towards 83.35, which is going to be next, and then all the way up to 86 to 88 area right here on the supply zone. We're just going to be focusing on levels once again. Nothing crazy right now. We just need more confirmation. But this one does have a good setup right now. I did post this earlier as well. Keep an eye on this 239 resistance right here. It looks like that if we break that, we will start pushing towards 253, which is a bigger move right here for NVIDIA. It could happen. It's very possible. You can see how we had a very nice bullish engulfing right here, and then a continuation on Friday. And it's a high possibility that we can break that 239 and start pushing towards 253. I don't see a pullback happening, but if that's the case, we'll be likely retesting 230 and 226 again, and maybe in the future a bigger pullback, maybe on next earnings or something, we will be able to fill that gap all the way back to 210 over here. So we do have a big gap right here that we need to fill first before we even continue higher above this area. But what we're seeing right now is a possible breakout to 253 if we do end up clearing this 239 resistance. This is all we have right now. We pretty much went over NVIDIA, AMD, Tesla, Facebook, QQQ, and SPY. That's all I have right now on my watch list. Pretty much everything is set for you guys, all planned out for myself and for you guys. You guys can copy my charts. You guys can copy my levels to prepare yourselves as well. If you have any questions or any feedback, please comment down in the video. Yeah, so that's it. I will be seeing you guys in the midweek update video on Wednesday after close, so that I can keep you guys updated on the market as well as myself. So thanks for watching the video. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Have a great week. Let's make some money and take care.